Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm be covering some of the most interesting promos that I think exist in One Piece. And I kind of want to see how these cards perform over time as the months and years go on. It's currently March 20th, 2026, and I'm very interested to see how these cards do throughout the years. So yeah, starting off, we have the Luffy promo. It's at $1,224, 27 listings. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I don't own a copy, and I don't plan on picking up a copy just because of the price point. That being said, I think it will perform well over time. Every time I see other people's videos, I see these cards, it seems like selling all the time. PSA 10s, raw copies. It seems there's a big demand for this card. Personally, it's just not for me. I think it's a bit overpriced. But that being said, I think it will perform very well over the months and years. And I'm really curious to see how this card performs. Next, we have another sports card with the Dortmund Luffy at $497. This card was $800 or $900 a few months ago. Now it's down to nearly half. $500 lowest listed, $590 the next. There's only 9 listings. After these 3 copies, the next is 800, 800, and 1,000. This card seems super scarce. One of the scarcest promos I've seen. And that's really what brings me into it. I could see this card just going up so much due to the low population. I mean, there's only 9 listings. It's probably one of the lowest listed cards, if not the lowest listed cards on TCG Player that I have in this video. I'm really curious to see how this does, and I do like this card. I really like Luffy and the soccer, and I like soccer more than baseball. So yeah, it kind of draws me into this card, and I'm very interested in picking up a copy. Next, we have the college basketball Luffy. This one, I'm not really a biggest fan of the artwork. 72 listings, 185. This is selling out of the gate for $400. It's nearly half. I think you have plenty of time to pick up this card. I'll probably get it in the future. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do like the promo somewhat. College basketball. I like the idea of the promo more than the artwork. But there will no doubt be collectors for it, and I'm sure it will go up because once this event passes, it has the specific date on it. It's only in this time frame. Yeah, so I think it's something to look out for, something that's interesting. Next, we have the Nami Whole Cake Island. This one's $850. It started out at $300, maybe. Now it's at $900. 22 listings. It seems like it's super scarce. I think you can only get this at a German event, an event in Germany. I'm really interested to see how this card does. I don't think it's worth $850. I think it should go down, but scarcity might drive it up. I do like the artwork, but for that price point, I'm not the biggest fan. But I want to include it. I want to see how it does over the months and years and see how it performs. Next, we have this Luffy. I'm a big fan of this Luffy. There's a card that's non-foil that goes for around $20. This was going for, it looks like $640. It's $300 off. I do like this artwork. I think it's done by the artist that does Black Clover, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's just a bit expensive for me. I like the foil version way better than the non-foil. I mean, I guess that's why the price is so high. It's a winter card as well. 32 listings. I'm curious to see how it does. I'd like this card, but at $344, I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger. Next, we have this English second anniversary Luffy, and I think I really should be looking at this card. It went up to $450, 36 listings. Second anniversary Luffy. I think this will be a $1,000 card one day easily. I think that's just safe to say. It's it's a really cool artwork. It has all the Straw Hats. It's a reasonable price. I mean, $300 is expensive, but compared to some of the other promos, I really like it. And some of the other cards, the mangas, thousands of dollars. When I think this artwork is cooler, and yeah, second anniversary Luffy. Next, we have the first anniversary Zoro for $200. I'm curious to see how all the first anniversary cards do over time. I think it's just guaranteed to go up. I mean, this was at $270. It's down to $200. Of course, there will be dips in the market, but I think over time these cards will just go up and up and up. It's first anniversary Zoro. I'm curious to see how it performs. $200 is a little bit expensive, but it might seem cheap in the future. Now we have the Luffy, $325, so it's only $125 more for the Luffy. I think these artworks are decent. I like the Zoro probably more than the Luffy. But $320, first anniversary, 19 listings. Think you can't go wrong. I'm really curious to see how these cards do. Next, we have the Dallas Day Luffy. I'm a big fan of this promo. 14 listings. It seems to be one of the scarcest promos there is. I think there's only a few hundred graded copies in a 10 at PSA 10. $440. So it went up to $640. I think it was selling like $600, $640. Now it's down to $440, $200 off. It's done better than some of the other cards, but it is $200 decrease. I love this card. I think this card has great potential. This card will be thousands to $1,000. I'm convinced of that. You can only get it in Dallas. I think if you really want this card, you should be picking it up as soon as possible in the next coming months. Next, we have the Dallas Day Luffy. Same thing, $170. This was at $250, so only about a $70, $80 decrease. I like this price point. 23 listings. Another Dallas Day promo. I'm really curious to see. I think you should get it. This is $180. Wow, this was going for $300, $320 not too long ago. I remember seeing this for $80, and I'm like, 85 bucks. That's kind of expensive because there's a version of the card that's not foil. It's just a common card. This is a winter card, so it makes sense it's more. $180. I really like this card. $180 just seems like so much. I mean, now thinking back, I'd love to get it for $80 because I really do like this artwork. It has Vivi and Luffy. $180. It is $150 off its low, so I think it's not a bad entry at all. And I like the artwork, so yeah, we'll see how it performs. Next, we have the PSA Promo Luffy. I love this promo. This was the first promo I got in a 10. I think the artwork is insanely good. All the Straw Hats. You have Nami going in, Sanji, Luffy, Jinbei, and the blue background. I think this card is one of the best promos. I don't know how it's so cheap. 26 listings, $260. I picked this up in a PSA 10 for $200. I love this promo. I think this is super undervalued. Super, super undervalued. And I think it will go crazy in the future. Next, we have the Luffy Event Pack promo. This was going for $340, and now it's down to $185. I like this artwork. I'm not sure if I'll be picking it up. I think it's very unique, that being said. And I'm really curious to see how it does. Next, we have this Zoro. I think this Zoro is one of the nicest Zoros in all of One Piece. 10 listings. It seems to be super, super scarce. It just came out in February. 230. It's gone down maybe $10. It seems like it's super scarce. It came in a playmat promo set, sorry. And I really like this artwork. I hope it comes down more. If I see this go to the 100 to maybe 140 range, I'll definitely be picking it up. $220 right now. It seems to be super scarce. I think this card is going to be very, very expensive if they don't reprint it or if this is all the supply that exists. So I'm hoping it comes down now. Next, we have the Jewelry Bonnie from the first illustration box, $188. We talked about this in an illustration box video. I'm curious to see how it does. Bonnie's not top 10 characters, I don't think, but the scarcity of the box and the promo, I think, will drive up the price in the future. And there's many Bonnie fans. Next, we have the Shank PSA Magazine promo, $76. This ran up to about $100. Now it's down 76. It's actually pretty stable. Only dropped $20. It's another PSA promo. 38 listings. If you like Shanks, I think you should pick this up. I like all these cards. I personally just want to see how they do. Next, we have the better version of the PSA promos, in my opinion. The Boa, only $40 more. This went up to $165. Now it's down to $113. This card is a really, really nice card. I'm a big fan of it. It's one of the first PSA 10s I ever got. I really don't know how this card is so cheap. Maybe Boa Hancock? I mean, Boa Hancock is one of the most popular characters. It has some of the Warlords, Mihawk, Doflamingo, Gecko Moria, Bartholomew Kuma. Love this card. Love this artwork. Think it's super undervalued. Next, we have the Nami winner, $100. Went up to $160. There's like 3 different variations of this Nami artwork, but I really like the red background one. I think it looks nice. Next, we have the CS 2526 Onami, $109. Ran up to $268. It's down to $160. 28 listings. I think if you like this artwork as the championship stamp, you should pick it up. I think this goes along with it as well. The Zoro, $110. This was at $215, doing a little bit better. 32 listings. I like this artwork as well. It also has multiple variations, same with this one, but it's a championship stamp. I like this card. Personally, I think getting the cards that have the foiling with like the cheapest stamp is personally what I go for. I don't really care about the stamp at all. I just like the foil on the card and the artwork, so yeah. Next, we have this Nami Zeus. I really like this artwork. It came in a playmat, same as the Zoro. It was $173 at its peak. Now it's down to $117. I think this card will be scarce. 24 listings. It's in a playmat set. I really like it. I think it's pretty underrated. Next, we have the Usopp. This is also in the playmat, Volume 3, $97. I don't know if I'll be picking this up. It was at $112, so it's actually not gone down too much. It's done pretty well, only $10. I probably will in the future. I'll probably want all the playmat promos, but I'll be very curious to see how the Usopp does compared to the others. I would think it would perform worse than the Namis, the Zoros, the Luffys, but I think it will go up over time. Next, you have the Bandai Cards Fest 25-26, $86. This was at $261. I remember seeing this for $200. I saw it first originally for like 150, and then it was at 260. Now it's down to $80. This dropped off a cliff. I think now is a great time to pick it up if you're looking at this card. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's Afro Luffy. A lot of people do like it, and I think that will help drive up the price. 42 listings. Something to look out for though, for sure. Rob Lucci, $79. I don't know how well Lucci will perform, but it's in the first illustration box. I think it's something that'll be interesting to see over time. Here's another Zoro in the Event Pack Volume 5. This is the other variation as I was talking about. Next, we have the Luffy alternate art. I think this is from the 25th anniversary set. That's gone down quite a bit. I think that set was going for like 500, 600. Now it's at 350. This Luffy is at $84 now. It was at 170. I think this card's going to do great. It's a Luffy promo. I really don't think you can go wrong with the Luffy promos that are unique and look nice. It reminds me so much of Pokemon, where all the promos for the popular characters do very, very well over time. Here's a Zoro, $68. What's at 150? Next we have the Luffy Bandai Cards Fest 24-25. And I actually do own this card. I have the sealed pack. This was $170. Now it's at $62. 59 listings, so there's more supply. But I do like this artwork. It's Luffy with food. He's got a burger, a chicken. I really like this artwork in the background. I think it looks nice, and for $60, I think it's definitely a buy. Now we have Boa Hancock from the Seven Warlords of the Seabinder set. I love this card. I think this card is amazing. I got this for $85, so it was at 101. I got it around this price point, 85. Now it's even cheaper, 77. I think this card is probably my favorite Boa in all of One Piece. I think this card is amazing. It's super undervalued. It's from a scarce binder set, 22 listings. Honestly, I really want more copies of this, if I'm being honest. Next, we have more of the second anniversary cards. We have Shanks. It was at 126. Now it's at 70. I really like this artwork. It's kind of the same color, though. It kind of has this problem with the second anniversary set. I think there are better cards in the second anniversary set, such as this Luffy, which I think is amazing. This was $143. There's a ton of listings, 84 listings. But we're dealing with Luffy fighting Kaido. I think $60 is a great entry point. I think it will return to these prices of $144. I think it deserves it, to be honest. The artwork is insane. The market's down. They're getting scared. But this card will perform well over time. Buy it while you can. I'll probably pick up another copy. It's Gear 5 Luffy. Come on. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Buggy, second anniversary, $51. This came down $40. 32 listings. I think this one looks better than the Shanks. It has the whole crew. I think it looks nice. Marshall D. Teach kind of has the same problem as the Shanks. It's all purple, but it's $48, and I really like Marshall D. Teach as the character. It's about $30 down, 43 listings. Can't go wrong picking up any of these promos, I think. This one, I'm a big fan of this as well. The Shanks, $44. It's only gone down $20. There is a lot of listings, 84. That being said, people are going to want this card. It's Shanks. It's a super nice artwork. Next we have the Buggy, $33.46. I picked this up recently. It was at like $60, I think. Now it's down $20. It has Mihawk, it has Crocodile. It's a really fun card. I like this card a lot. I think it'll be cool to see where it goes. I see a world, honestly, where all these cards are over $100 easily. But that's just my opinion. I'm very bullish on One Piece. Wow, this actually had a buyout. I didn't even realize this. This was trending down. It was at, let's see the 6 month. It was at $44, and then it's been trending down to 23. It looks like 77 copies sold in the past month. 65 on March 15th, 5 days ago. That brought the lowest price up $30. I have this card in a 10 and a raw copy. I love this card. It's Law Fighting Teach. I'm glad to see it's going up, but I wish I would have cut some more copies while it's still $23. There's a world it could go back down. 16 listings. Even for $50, I think this is a good buy. You'll be happy in a few years. Maybe even a year. I'd probably wait right now because it's on the run up. It just got a bunch of cards sold, so maybe it'll come back down. But realistically, I mean, it'll go back to 23, maybe 30, $40. Be down 20, 30 for a little bit. Next, we have the Nami from the Best Selection 4, $54, nicknamed the Gengar Nami. I'm a big fan of cards that gain nicknames, like the Bubble Zoro, like the Gengar Nami. I think they'll do well over time. They'll have a popularity, and people will want them. Just the nickname, they'll like the card, they'll see it, it's very recognizable. I like this Nami a lot. There's a Nami better that I like on this list, though. Gift Collection Chopper. I really need to make a video focusing on the gift collection and the Film Red collection 25th anniversary, because there's a ton of good, interesting cards in there. This was at $76. Went down to 55. Looks like a bunch of copies sold. I wonder if it was March 15th. Yeah, March 15th as well. 65 bucks has gone back up a little bit. I do want to pick this up, but 65 is kind of expensive for me. That being said, in the future it'll probably be more, and I'll be like, why did I buy this for 65? I made this video so we can go back and check on it and see how these cards do over time. Next, we have the Nami for $80. It's down 40 bucks. So this one had a couple copies sold March 8th, a few March 15th. $40, 57 listings. I like this Nami. I think it's really nice. I want all the gift collection. I think I'm only missing the Nami, the Chopper, and the Jinbei. So once I get those three, I'll have the full collection. Next, we have the Gen Con 2023 Luffy. This was at $64. Now it's down to 30. 33 listings. Again, so many great buying opportunities in One Piece if you're a collector or an investor. And these cards and promos that are just no-brainers to me. Hold them, grade them. This will just be a great play. You'll thank yourself later. Next, we have the Leo. I'm a big fan of this card. $55. Now it's down to 30. I think I paid like 55 bucks. So yeah, I'm a bit down. But I think it's a nice card. I don't really care if it goes down. I like the artwork. Next, we have one of my favorite illustration promos and my promos in general, the Boa Hancock. Made a video about this. It's at $23. I think, actually about $25, $27. I think just buy a copy. It's 25 bucks. You'll be happy you have it in the future. Amazing looking illustration. Peach Momo artwork. $24. This had a buy it a while ago. I actually tried to order this card but for $7 when my TCG player account wasn't working. Then ran up to 20 and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Then I saw it go to 80 and I'm like, okay, what's going on now? $80 seemed way too high for this card. It's back down to 24. I didn't get a chance to buy it at 7. I think I'll take a chance to buy it at 20 to 25 bucks whenever I see it. I like this artwork. It's super cool, super underrated. But yeah, I think you should pay attention. Next, we have the Boa Hancock Best Selection. Some of these cards, it's crazy to me how this is a $25 card. I don't see this card being $30, $35, $25. It's a really nice artwork. 61 listings. There's more supply. I think people are just missing it. I really do. Next, we have the Zoro Gift Collection. This was at $50. Now it's back down to 20. I do have a copy of these, but I'm looking to pick up more because it's a Zoro Gift Collection that looks super nice. I bought this when I didn't even know what the gift collection was for $6. I just thought the artwork looked insane. $20 for one of the nicest Zoro cards there is. Can't go wrong. Next, we have the Nami Best Selection Volume 1. I love this promo. I think it's super undervalued at $20, $21, 41 listings. Pick this up while you can. Love that Nami. Next, we have the Learn Together Luffy, Learn Together Zoro. $20 each. These cards are not foil, but they still look nice. I think they're scarce. I think you could only get these by going to the Learn Together set sale event, so I think they'll be scarce in the future. Next, we have the Mihawk Winter Promo, $18. I don't know how well these cards will do, but I'm very interested to see how they perform. Some of the lower end, less popular character artworks, I guess. Shirahoshi, $18. I got this card and it looks even better in person. It's foiled. It looks super nice. It's about $20. It's been $20 for a while. It came down from 28, so yeah. If you like Shirahoshi, I recommend getting this promo. You might not even know it exists. Next, we have the Luffy, $18 promo. It was $44, now it's $18. These cards are no-brainers. They're less than $20. It's a promo Luffy. You could even just get one of each of these, and I think you'll be happy. Maybe some go up, maybe some go down. I think majority will go way more than what you pay for them now. So, there's always that. You can buy multiple copies. You can buy one of every copy. But I think you can't go wrong with any of these Luffys. Next, we have the Ace Event Pack Volume. I always wondered how this was so cheap because I thought it was a nice Ace card. $17.55. Here's the 7 Warlords. Marshall D. Teach, $12.72. This was $16. Nice artwork. Looks pretty nice. Scarce set. 29 listings. Next, I think this looks even better than the Marshall D Teach. $9 for this Mihawk. This card looks super nice. The foiling is like the sword shines, his sword and the sun. The artwork is actually insane in person. If you haven't seen this, I recommend looking it up. $9 for this card seems super cheap. 53 listings. Super really good artwork. Next we have the Law gift collection for about 10 bucks. This was at 26. I bought a couple for 15. It's down about $5. Gift collection, Law, top 5 characters. Next we have another Luffy promo card. It was at $34. Now it's at $10. I mean, there's so many opportunities in One Piece right now. People are focusing on other things. Buy these cards while you can. People are not paying attention to them, and they're Luffy promos. They're no-brainer cards. This is the 10-pack, another Luffy promo. This was $18. Now it's down to $10. This just came out, so I think you have plenty of time to buy these. But some of these older cards, I think you should be jumping on them as soon as you can. $10. Artwork's kind of mediocre, I guess. It's decent. It's a good artwork, but it's nothing crazy. And lastly, we have the Onami Welcome Pack. I have this in the video because I actually want to pick this card up. I was putting this here so I can track its price. It's $20 now, and then it went down to $5, it looks like. Now it's at around $9. I'm very curious to see how this does. I put it in the video because I really want to pick up a copy. But yeah, these I think are some of the best promos, most undervalued, underrated, highest potential promos. If I missed a promo or you think there's a better promo that I'm not looking at, leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to look it up, and I'm sure other people will look as well. These are just some of my favorites. So if you like the video, if you're gonna get some of these promos, comment which ones you're gonna get, and which ones was your favorite. Thanks for watching, guys.